reaction when the judge granted Jack a restraining order? I mean, she was devastated.
Either that or she's a hell of an actress.
If she was just in this to scam Jack, and the judge had just shot down her last chance to cash in on the Montgomery name, she would have slipped up.
Like how?
I don't know like how. If greed had been her motivation, we would have seen a flash of anger. She was frustrated because she didn't get what she wanted.
You didn't see any of that?
I didn't see any of that. She was sad and she was disappointed, and it was like she had come a long way and she'd risked everything just to have this man out and out reject her, a man that she really believes is her brother. And I know what that feeling is like. I know what it's like to tell a story. There's nothing more dispiriting than knowing the truth and not being believed.
We'd be fools to just swallow her story, you know, just no questions asked.
Well, I think it's a little late in the game to second guess your judgment.
I thought I knew where I stood. And then the ground shifted. Somewhere along the line, this objective reporter lost his objectivity.
How deep are you in for?
I'm not involved with Kit Fisher, if that's what you're implying.
But she's more than a story.
When I first started this story, yes, that's what she was, a story, okay? It was all part of the record, okay? But somewhere along the line, the lines got blurred, okay? The lines got blurred, and I became a player. I became part of the story. I mean, there was no way I could remain neutral, watching Kit try to come to grips with her identity. And then I realized that I wasn't writing this story anymore. The story was writing me. So if I got to choose between a headline and finding a home for a lost soul, well, then somebody else can take my byline. I'm sorry. So much for objective reporting.
Hey, you have a big heart. I don't think that's such a bad trade-off. So what does that mean? You're taking yourself off the story?
I didn't say that.
I know you didn't. Why don't you go and find her?
What, Kid? She wants me to forget I ever met her.
Yeah, and what are the chances of that happening?
Who's talking to me? My editor or my friend?
Both. Go on. And get out of here.
You're the boss.
Brooke, I was hoping I'd still find you here.
Do you want to talk?
No, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for that great advice you gave me on how to end this Kit Fisher nightmare.
Now I wish you hadn't taken it. I had to be this cheerleader. You know, I had to encourage you to go to Charleston and see if Kit had been digging up any dirt.
Yeah. Thank God you did. Brooke, you heard what the caretaker said. She'd been down there snooping around and broke into the place, asking questions about me, about Christine, about the family. I mean, this is the M.O. of a con artist.
Jack, it is also the M.O. of someone who is trying to establish their identity. I mean, who wouldn't do a background check to see if something would bring things into focus, make something click?
What is it about this woman? I mean, here she is, a common grifter, but she has not one, but two award-winning writers jumping through hoops and totally snowed.
Edmund and I may have lost our objectivity, but it does not mean that Kit is not your sister.
Well, you think whatever you like. I still want to thank you for the great advice. See you later.
Jack, listen. You don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. But I don't understand why you won't even entertain the possibility that Kit could be Christine. What are you afraid of?
Look, I know you and Edmund mean well, but the thing is, there's something that you don't know that I know to be true. Christine died in a horrible boating accident. Now, I have accepted my role in that. But I gotta tell you, every day, I relive that tragedy. Encouraging this fantasy. It's not gonna do anybody any good. All it's gonna do is open old wounds. Wounds that I will not have exposed and exploited publicly. No matter how well-intentioned you, Edmund, or anybody else is.
I understand. But miracles do happen. And faith is rewarded.
Is it? Did you ever pray to God to bring Laura back? Did you ever bargain with him? Ask him to trade your life for hers?
Yes.
Yeah. For the first year after the accident, I did the same thing. I bargained with God. I got down on my knees and I begged for a miracle. And I had faith. But I didn't get anything. So I got up off my knees. And I have been back down on them since. Look, I don't know where my little sister is. I don't know if there's a heaven or if there are any such things as angels. But I do know that if there are, she's among them. But Brooke, all I have are my memories of that sweet little girl that I loved so much. And they have been my comfort and my company for all these years. And I am not, repeat not, going to give them up to some well-rehearsed con artist.
Well, Judge Leibowitz has made his decision.
And Kid Fisher is just going to have to live with it.